Boy na Lagos boy. If this boy na Lagos boy, if I open that girl face that day, I dey tell you true.
I'm pained, but that guy is dangerous. See, that guy.
Oh, but she's smart. I could say that she do that tampon.
Now she do the tampon now. Before then, you have to bring yourself down.
Yay! Mama said I bring myself down.
I'll be fine, okay? My sweet baby.
So is it possible for us to just check on her?
Who? I don't think so.
Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. How are you all doing? It's Phone Pop with Lillian, and please go grab your earpod, okay? Because I'm about to give you every detail of what happened after the party. And don't even think Ilebaye and Sisi's fight was the highlights. Other things took place, and I'm about to give you a rundown of all these events. So after the party, because tonight's party was lit, so we won't even lie, Doyin and Sisi were in a corner analyzing what happened at the party. And Sisi said, you know what, Messi is a bad babe. She said, well, that even in the party she was trying to know if she would be, dance and be with her spec. And Doyin was like, okay, you have a spec in the house. And Sisi was like, yes, of course. And Doyin tried making the whole guess about who is Sisi's spec. But then Sisi kept saying, no, not this person, not that person. Meanwhile, White Molly rushed immediately inside the house, and Summers was trying to fix something to eat. In fact, at the time, White Molly had to, start eating raw noodles and chocolates. And he was like, hunger. So I don't know whether it's the alcohol or the whole dance thing that happened at tonight's party. Still on thinking on whether it's alcohol, Neo was over the moon, talking about how he envies Shay, that he can't wait to have a family of his own. That what is 120 million? That 120 million is nothing now when compared to having a family and raising your own child. And a funny thing actually happened. While Neo was sharing this with Uriel, telling Uriel that you know what it means to have your own family, and Uriel went ahead to tell Neo, at least you're already in the pipeline. You have someone that will make this happen. And Uriel was making reference to Tolani, and Uriel was like, Tolani is there. And Neo was like, no, don't even go there. That Tolani is just a friend in the house, that he's being loyal to Tolani because prior to coming into the house, Tolani was always checking up on him like, oh, have you packed this, have you checked your mail and all that. That Tolani is here as a friend. Then, speaking of Tolani, at some point, Tolani was asking you that, you know what, I need you to define what we have. And why Neo was saying, no, I'm not good with communication. I was like, Baba, calm down. You're not good with communication. Are you high or something? And Tolani was like, in fact, plainly said, tell me, Tolani, I don't have anything to do with you in the house, and I'll walk away and never be in your face. And I was like, hey, is it at this particular time that he's drunk that you want to pull up these stunts? If you want to do this, come on the day his eyes are cleared now. And meanwhile, what other words do you want him to say before you know that everything is just being cordial? Meanwhile, Neo was even angry at Tolani Badge for asking such questions and kept telling Tolani that that you bring yourself down so much that if there was anybody who would go in there to save, that it's you and not even Venita, but yet every day you downplay yourself. And then Tonali was like, okay, let me know, what am I in your life? But Bro kept saying he's not good with communication. Anyway, while this conversation was happening, Shay entered into the house and started telling Tolani about how Neo is family. That Neo was the first person to see that his wife was pregnant, but yet concealed that he really valued that about Neo. And Neo went ahead to say, you know what, I can't even wait to be like you. While Neo and Shay continued their whole thing about having family and family being more important than 120 million, Neo went ahead to even express how he's not happy that nobody came, during the whole fighting between Ilebaye and Sisi. And in case you didn't watch that fight, please, I already have a video of what happened Please do well to go and watch. And Neo said, you know what? Strategy or no strategy, why can't we be there for each other? Can't we just have real friends in this house? And while he was saying that, I don't know whether it's clear eye or he was under the influence of the alcohol, but if you go and watch that, you will know that Neo even tried, to come in, but the guys don't really want anybody to separate that particular fight. Meanwhile, at this point, Cross was already, halfway gone from alcohol and he just was in the bed. And Yuria was there to put him to bed, saying, oh, my baby, you know what? Sleep well. And even went ahead to kiss him. Because White Money missed the fight between Ilebaye and Sisi, White Money tried to find out what really happened. And Sisi went ahead to tell him that the summary is that she doesn't fear anybody. That what the rest of the housemates were trying to hide, saying behind Ilebaye's back was just what she had to go tell Ilebaye face to face. At this point, Venita now came out and Sisi even went ahead to tell Venita what really happened. And Venita said that she's happy everything played out and everybody witnessed that it was beginning to look as if, oh, she's the problem or Angel was the problem. But she's happy other people are getting their own fair share of who Ilebaye truly is. Meanwhile, over the room, Kiddwaya and Mercy were having discussions, and while Mercy was trying to throw herself at Kiddwaya, Fraud and White Money, like he kind of rushed and got in between. I was like, no, 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 dragging Mercy out, that they don't want that, because obviously Mercy was drunk and high. And moving to Fraud's bed, they decided to discuss the whole fight thing. And Fraud, and Kiddwaya said they are happy this happened. That in fact, Doyin and Ilebaye were kind of an ally. And Doyin in particular was the one always fueling Ilebaye, making the rest of the house look bad before Ilebaye. That they are happy she has received her own fair share. And they went ahead to even narrate how Doyin is the one behind the whole dropping tampon in the toilets, and even mentioned how lazy she can be during task. And I was like, wow, while of all nights. In fact, they went ahead to narrate that the both of them are not just serious with tasks. And they went also at the same time said the whole thing is a strategy. As if that wasn't enough, she added that the both of them are just users. That most times they appear to be the weak one, but deep down they are the one using you. And they made mention of the cowries, that Ilebaye wears a cowries on her hair. Now, in fact, that she was not happy with Doyin because Doyin refused to wear her bracelets. I was like, this guy is like gossip. Whoa. Over the kitchen, Adekunle decided to prepare a meal, and he was so concerned about whether Venita has eaten, and he even had to call Venita to come eat. I beg, we could now welcome me for this ship. Meanwhile, at this point, they decided to discuss whether Ilebaye will be getting a strike. And Adekunle said it's probably Big Brother that knows this, and they'll be waiting on Big Brother. Maybe now you'll be expecting a strike, and there won't even be a strike. It would rather be a warning. Meanwhile, Angel still insists on Ilebaye being the problem, that now she knows how Beauty felt. That in fact it was Ilebaye that caused Beauty's strike. That Ilebaye knows how to provocate people. And Sisi went ahead to say that if Biggie doesn't give this girl a strike tomorrow, that means Big Brother is special. Wahala. Angel spoke on everything and about how Ilebaye approached her regarding Cross, that she likes Cross. And she was like, okay, go ahead, the both of you even look good together. Only for Ilebaye to be saying, oh, that she was eyeing her during the task. And I was like, who is this girl? Anyways, that's Gen Z baddie, getting most of the highlights tonight. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Doyin is not finding it easy. She was so worried about Ilebaye and was like, can she even go to the diary room and know what's happening? And when Kid came out of the diary room, Doyin went ahead to narrate to Princess that she doesn't trust Kiddwaya one bit. That don't be surprised Kiddwaya has gone in there to even say, oh, Ilebaye it to even tell Ilebaye that, oh, Doyin is the one with the problem and that. Only for Kid to even come out now and be telling her, oh, Ilebaye is the problem. I told you, I told you. And Doyin went ahead to narrate to Princess Azizi that he doesn't trust Kid, that Kid has a way of, telling people different stories about what another person said. Why Doyin kept on repeating on how corrupt Kid is, on how Kid can corrupt someone's mind. Sissy was like, why are you so worried that she doesn't even trust anybody in the house? That from for 120 million, do you expect people not to, try to stay everywhere? And she was like, oh, how will she even cope tonight? And who knows if Big Brother can allow her to go in and see Ilebaye. She even went ahead to tell them that she's not happy on how they keep saying, oh, she's the one fueling Ilebaye's character. And they were like, of course, it has to be that way because you've been seeing them as the problem. And Doyin said no, that she was just, observing from a one side angle. But tonight she has experienced that herself. Well, Sissy went ahead to assure her that everything is a strategy, everything from Ilebaye. And Doyin was like, no, it's not. That what happened tonight might even be alcohol. That's just Ilebaye being angry. That is not in his strategy. And I was like, okay, oh, Doyin. See, Doyin is just Ilebaye's friend. Let's just be honest. Doyin is the only friend Ilebaye has in the house because even while with everything you've experienced tonight, Doyin was still like, saying everything good about this guy. Like she'll be like, okay, yes, Ilebaye did this, but and I'm like, oh wow, this kind of friendship. But she wasn't wrong when she said that, she can go to any angle, to make a friend happy. Indeed, I saw that tonight because she wasn't even comfortable. She was, battling with herself, thinking on who knows what Kiddwaya told Ilebaye in there. Anyways, Kiddwaya later came out and Doyin even had to tell him to his face that, oh, see, I don't know what you're telling Ilebaye and all that. And while Kiddwaya tried to explain to Doyin that, see, in this house, people tell him things. And Doyin was like, why are people comfortable telling you things? That means you told them something in return as well. And Kiddwaya was like, no, they tell me things because I don't have anything to lose. I'm not here for the money.
She knows. What am I hiding? I got nothing to hide. I'm the only one.
Anyways, thank you for listening. And how will you rate tonight's after party event? Please do well to like this video if you enjoyed listening to the whole update of what your fave said. And if you haven't followed my YouTube channel, please, I'm begging you, follow my channel, encourage my name in industry, I beg, okay? And I'll see you in my next video. Do have a lovely Sunday. Bye.
I don't know how to be, honestly.